Then we're going to try to do a 90 haircut. It's a short layer cut. We're going to try to do the woman's first, and then we're going to show you how you could make it to a man's haircut using the clippers and working on the around the perimeter. Okay, so the first thing we do, we're just going to go on, do umbrella shaping for the woman, which is the longest version of the 90. Make it look like an umbrella, and then we are going to establish the length of the haircut. Establish where the haircut is going to be. So we're going to tend to get it right where the tip of the nose is, not too short, not too long, and we're going to make a long version of a 90, a short layer cut. Establishing the length all around. Using the same guideline all around. This is a basic haircut. We could make it a little bit more elaborated as we go, but today we're just going to make it a basic haircut. Go to the next side, and we're just going to continue doing the guideline all around, establishing the length again. Everybody has his own technique. This is my technique. This haircut can be done in 5 minutes. The back, we're going to continue to establish the length of the hair. And we do that all around. Once we establish the length and how we want it, we're going to come back here and we're going to comb the hair to the back. The eyelashes, the eyebrows, excuse me. The eyebrows right here, we're going to make a little panel. We're going to section the hair, make sure that it's even in both sides, and we're going to lift it using the apex as your reference. And we are going to use a guideline right over here. I'm going to use this one here to be my guideline, and I'm going to cut straight across. Then we're going to come over here in the center, and we're going to split the guideline, and we are going to make it look like a pie, like when you slice a pie. So what we're going to do, we're going to come here, use panels of 1/2 inch, and bring it right up to the 180. Get your guideline going, cut and move using your traveling guideline. We're going to continue doing panels. We're going to put this hair on the side and this one on the side because we're going to concentrate on just that panel. Our guideline is right up here. Move it out of the way and continue doing panels. This is a very easy technique. It's accurate and it's not complicated at all. We're going to put it aside and we're going to continue doing panels. 1/2 inch panels, not too much, not too big, just enough to get all in your hands so you can have no complications while you're holding the panel up here. My guideline is right there, and you're going to cut. And you keep on traveling with your guideline until you go to where you could go without any problems. Move the hair to the side again. Keep it away from the top of the area where you're working. You're going to go ahead and do another little panel, making sure that you remember that your guideline is right here on top of your crown. Up, get your guideline going, cut, and move with your guideline. Keep it out of the way. Keep on moving. Over here on top of the crown, you're gonna have to make like a pie. So I'm subsectioning the hair using a little angle so I could keep on with the guideline up here. Find your guideline, cut, travel. Keep on traveling. Your hair is going to be cut the same length all around. Move. Yes, we're going to execute the same technique till we finish the whole haircut. The important thing with this haircut is that you start, if you're a righty, you start behind the customer on your left and continue moving to the front until you face your customer on your right. If you are a lefty, you start the opposite. Fast haircut, fast technique. Other people cut different. That doesn't mean that it's not bad or it's not good. They are all acceptable. And what's important is the results. You see that I'm not getting to all the way to the nape area, but I'll have another technique to go and do there because the hair is too short to bring it to your guideline. The best thing to do is learn how to do a technique so you could follow that technique and you know the ending results from the beginning. So because I already established the length of my hair, the way it's going to be placed on the face and on the back, I don't have to worry about going back and making the hair shorter. I'm going to end up facing my customer on the right side. Never cut without the guideline. You have to have your guideline in your hands in order to cut your hair. Your guideline, just go right in the center. That's where your guideline is. This is your guideline. Cut. And I am facing my customer, finishing my haircut. We see that the hair is established on the length that I put from the beginning. Now, I already cut the hair. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to recheck to see if there's any errors or any mistakes. I'm going to split the hair right in the center, right here. That's going to be my guideline right there. And I'm going to take bigger sections and I'm going to go right over here. Cut. We're going to take bigger sections, like 2 or 3 panels together, and we're going to check to see that they are all even. There's no even haircut from the beginning. You have to recheck 2 and 3 times if you have to. This hair is checked. And then we're going to come and do the same thing here. And you see that I haven't do anything in the back. That's going to be another technique. Just rechecking. then we do the same thing here. And the hair is even all around.
No, tomorrow you come, you change it in the first December, okay? Should I do
Okay.
leaving?
And the length is established in the front. We're gonna target now the back, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come right over here in the 45 angle, and I'm gonna use that guideline right here, and see how I just place my fingers in an angle so I could cut the hair longer on top. And I'm gonna continue doing the same thing. And that's going to blend. And you see how I place my fingers? I don't have them horizontal, I have them vertical and angle a little bit. And I continue there because it doesn't make any sense getting your hands out of the mannequin and putting them back in there, or out of the haircut. And then that will be the other technique. And now I'm going to use shears over comb, which is a barber technique that you use in this haircut. And we are working on the 90. What you do is you are going to come in with the comb, and you're going to put it in an angle, and then you're going to use the guideline next to it, the shorter version, and then you're just going to keep on bringing the scissor comb up. Okay, so this is a 90 with a little bit of 45, and we use the 45 to kind of like give it a definition. Okay, some people like it shorter in the back, some people like it longer in the back. You're going to consult your customer for that. 90 haircut, but it's going to be for a male. This is a man's 90 version of a haircut. What we're going to do after we detangle the hair, we are going to start with the sideburns. Okay? The man's haircut, you don't do umbrella shaping. You do umbrella shaping when you're going to leave it long. Over here, what we're going to do is we're going to make your sideburns. Okay? Men's sideburns are very close to the skin. We don't have the skin right per se. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it as short as I can here. And we target the sideburns first. Okay? We're going to do the same thing on the other sideburn. Okay, once you have those sideburns done, we go around it. If they want square, you square them up. If they want angle, you angle down like that. And then we are going to do the back also. And we're doing shears over comb. That's the technique. That's how it's called. Shears over comb is a barber technique. If I want the haircut to be like a V like this, then I always got to target the B like that. Shears over comb. Then we're going to go to the other side and we are going to do the same thing. And you never pass from this point up. When you put your comb like this, it has to be flat right here. As soon as you start lifting right here, that's when you stop. You don't do anything in that area because that's your blending area. Shears over comb. Then what we're gonna do is we are going to bring the hair this way, just like we did the other one. We're gonna go right between the eyebrows again, take it to the apex, which is the highest point of the head, and then we are going to do a guideline. This is a shorter version, so we're going to cut the hair shorter. The same applies the same way like we did the other one. It's just going to be cut shorter. So there's no difference. The only difference is that when it's shorter, you start on the sideburns. Okay? Do the same thing. All the way down. At this point, you don't have to divide the hair. You could just drag the hair back and just concentrate on that pattern right there. Bring it down. Continue working on the panel. And we're going to do the same thing. Guideline, continue the same moves. Panels, dragging. Guideline, find your guideline. Don't cut just because if you want to cut, you have to have a guideline. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take it to the 180. Cut with your guideline and move. Then now we're just going to keep on dragging. Guideline is right there, you cut. Do the same thing until you meet the other haircut that you already did. I cut horizontal, vertical, vertical, and I'm going to check horizontal, okay? I went vertical, I'm checking horizontal. That's how you check this haircut. You come here, if there's nothing to cut, you just don't cut it. And you keep on working on it till you bring it all the way to the back. Okay, then we're gonna crisscross. This is called crisscross checking. Okay, we're gonna come right over here and we're gonna do the same thing. We are going to crisscross. So we're gonna go this way now, and then we're gonna go that way. Okay. If there's nothing to cut, you don't cut nothing. all the way to the other side. And then I'm going to crisscross from the other. We're going to take it all the way over here. Using the comb in your hands, go like this. I start with the bigger attachment first because I want to do this here, and I continue to work down to make it a better definition on the bottom of the nape. Again, this is just a basic haircut for man. Okay, fades and other haircuts, you gotta have a little bit more extra stuff, more techniques in it, and they have to be used razors and all that good stuff. This is just basic stuff. Blend what I just did with the clippers using a guideline. My guideline will be this right here. So when I lift, my guideline is this one, I cut. See how I just place? I just angle the comb and I make it a little bit more see how I play with the comb to bring the hair to where I could cut it without having to cut the length. Then we're going to go to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. Because I already established the haircut right over here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more definition. So I'm going to go right here, I'm going to close it because I'm not getting, there we go. can go right over here. If the person wants to go a little short over here, we put a little bit more definition also. And to do clippers over comb, you don't have to remove the attachment. You could use it with the attachments if you feel more comfortable. Okay. Again, we could go here, make it shorter, define it. A lot of people work different. Okay, I like to work with the biggest attachment and then continue with the small one. When you go around the ear, you have to angle the clippers a little bit. You don't want this little bit of hair on the nape right there. You can always remove the attachment and make it long version. Open it up and then just hit it right there. Don't take it too far up because you will make a line. On this mannequins, it's very easy to make a line because of the way the hair is made up. You know, it looks like it does have a line, but it doesn't. And then just work in that area right there. The result of the long version 90 is more like for a woman or a man that likes to carry his hair long. And that's the one we did the umbrella shaping, and the one we sprayed right in the center, and we did the apple, pineapple cut in an angle, and this is the finished result.